What makes Jesus more reliable than Muhammad?
What makes Jesus more reliable than Muhammad is the evidence of their lifestyle, the content of their teaching, and what happened after their death. Read the Quran. Examine what Muhammad taught. Read the Gospels. Examine what Jesus taught. Muhammad used the sword at times to kill people. Jesus never used a sword. He came with a towel and he washed his disciples' feet. Do you want to follow a guy who spreads his religion with a sword? Or do you want to follow a guy who spreads his religion with a towel by loving and serving people?
But that's like saying, would you want to follow a God who sends you to hell if you don't do good things, or would you want to follow a God that would never send you to hell for any reason?
If you genuinely ask for forgiveness, then you're just like the thief on the cross. He's dying, he's guilty of having performed horrible crimes. He turns to Christ and says, remember me when you come into your kingdom. And Jesus does not say, work off your bad karma. Jesus did not say 12 Hail Marys and genuflect in a church. Instead, Jesus said, I tell you the truth, today you'll be with me in paradise. That's grace. God's undeserved, unmerited forgiveness and generosity. That's what Christ offers. But if someone thinks they can try and play games with God, they are sadly mistaken. And the sin that Christ attacked most harshly in the Gospels was the sin of religious hypocrisy.
So so there's free will, right?
Which is another piece of evidence that God exists. Free will. Great point.
So do you think that God can do anything?
No. Free will does not mean that you can do anything.
No, I'm saying God. Do you believe that God can do all things?
God can do all things that are consistent with God's character, which includes that which is rational. God cannot make a square circle. God cannot make 2 + 2 = 5.